I'm quoting, irrigates the land of Palestine. And then further quotes, he talks about how the terrorists should strike them with knives and with their bare hands, and they're victorious. And he also encourages the use of rockets over there. And then another quote from 2022, we are the Arabs who are going to lift Palestinians all the way to victory, whether we are in Michigan and whether we are in Jenin. So the reason why I mentioned this is that it sounds like he could be inciting violence in Michigan. Believe me, I'm continuing the quotation. He says, believe me.
He's not. I just want to be clear. He can speak for himself.
Well, this is
I'm
speaking for himself.
going to stop you because he's not a violent person, and you can interpret his words any way you want, but I will guarantee you he is not intending to incite violence anywhere in the world.
Well,
And he could defend himself if he were here, but
sure,
we're not going to allow personal attacks in our community.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just reading his words here.
That's fine, but you're interpreting his words after you read them. He did not use the word violence, did he?
Well, may I continue the rest of the quote?
Well, if you say you want to read them, you can read them. If you want to interpret and give your own opinion of what he's thinking, that's a different story.
Okay. Sure, I mean, I'd love to discuss this. I just want to finish the quote because there's more. Okay, I'll continue. Whether we are in Michigan and whether we are in Jenin, believe me, everyone should fight within his means. They will fight with stones, others will fight with guns, others will fight with planes, drones, and rockets. Others will fight with their voices, and others will fight with their hands and say, free, free Palestine. So I just find it very concerning. Did my 3 minutes include other people's words
that's
as
okay.
well?
There was some dialogue, but as the councilman indicated, and just we wanted to make sure you be careful, when you're talking about incitement or riot, there's legal terminations for that. There's legal precedent for that, and that's what the councilman has indicated, that you're drawing a conclusion that you have the right to draw. But as I indicated, the sign was placed from the county in that location. So did you have anything else you'd like to speak on?
Well, it seems very provocative to have those signs up there. I mean, I also appreciate how he has helped to people to sympathize with, you know, the people of Palestine, people of Lebanon. As you know, I've lived in Lebanon. I also lived in Israel. I've stayed for several weeks in Palestine. And I feel like, but despite that, I feel like having that sign up there, it's almost like having, you know, naming a street Hezbollah Street or Hamas Street. I mean, Hezbollah, you know, bombed the embassy in Beirut, and including many Americans. So I just feel that's quite inappropriate. And as a Christian, I would like to encourage peace. I'm not just being like, you know, pro-Israel in this and, you know, fight back and that sort of thing. But I would like to encourage peace and not violence. Actually, I'd like to quote from the words of someone who had the same enemy. It was Jewish people who killed Jesus. He was Jewish, but his fellow Jewish people killed him. And he said, the one who lives by the sword will die by the sword. And what I would like to encourage on the other side is peace. He is called the Prince of Peace, and he said, blessed are the peacemakers. And his death at the hands of Jewish people opens the door to peace between Jewish and non-Jewish people. So that's what I would like to actively try to encourage to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barham. Sir, if you'd like to step forward.
I think the only comment I'm going to make, I'm not
Mayor?
looking for a rebuttal, is the best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue, or to close your eyes while you're doing it. His name is up there, and I, you know, spoke at a ceremony celebrating it because he's done a lot for this community. And I think it's quite hypocritical to know that you're approaching this podium when you yourself have videos on YouTube standing in front of my mosque saying the cruelest of things about Muslims, about the religion of Islam, because you are a bigot and you are a racist and you are an Islamophobe. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city, because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence. You're somebody who tries to preach it, but in fact you do everything but that. So I just want to put that on the record.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, I know that you're back on the mic. One second. Sir, yes, go ahead, state your name and address.
God bless you, Mayor. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
also say that I'm an apostate, I'm going to hell, based on the videos that you've dropped. So if I were you, I'd sit silently.
Okay, thank you. We don't want to have any outbursts. Mr. Barham, thanks for your comments. And, sir, name and address for the record.
Good afternoon. My name's Eric Knight. I live at 3453 Chestnut Street along with my wife. And I just wanted to talk about property taxes for senior citizens. This is my first time ever to a council meeting. I just recently retired, lifetime Dearborn resident. So our home, it's 2,600 square foot, 5 bedrooms, big family room, in-ground pool. We raised 6 kids there, and they're all grown. So the house is way too big for us, right? I'm not complaining about my property taxes. They're only $4,000 a year, because I believe that's the Headley Amendment. We would like to downsize into a smaller house. But if I sold our house right now for $500,000 and I bought a $300,000 house, my property tax would go from $4,000 to $7,000 a year, right? And the only reason I'm here is it just seems to me that something could be done. It would be a win-win situation for everybody. I could sell my house, put a couple $100,000 in my pocket. There's a big shortage of houses. There's hundreds of young couples out there that would love to buy a 5-bedroom house. So there would be a house available for a young couple. And the city would put an extra $8,000 a year in property taxes into the city finances because, you know, the house would reset. So I just wanted to say that it seems like something could be done to, there's a lot of retirees like me and my wife out there with big houses, empty, and, you know, to move them. That's the only reason I'm here.
Well, thank you for coming forward. First of all, congratulations on your retirement, and congratulations on all the kids doing well and grown. I appreciate you bringing this forward. It's great points, but I do want to make sure we give the information to the residents properly, so you know. First of all, the taxes that you pay, the mayor has worked tremendously hard to show on the tax bill, and I'm glad your taxes are low, but that's the advantage of the headline. No, I know you're not. I wouldn't complain about it if I were you, but I know you're not. But my point is, when you say the city get an extra $4,000, if you look at the bill, it's approximately, Mayor, a third or so comes to the city. The rest goes to the county, the schools, and so on and so forth. And the bill says it there. And I agree with you, because to me, you know, what's the difference? And this is the argument for somebody whose kids are no longer in school. Why am I still paying school taxes, right? No, I'm not saying you are. What I'm saying is it's the same line of thought, right?